Welcome to another episode of Brick by Brick, Building Wealth Through Real Estate. My name is Nico James Bach. I'm a broker with Royal LePage Signature in downtown Toronto. I want to talk about first-time buyers. What is a first-time home buyer? How do you qualify to be a first-time home buyer? There are several categories that distinguish first-time home buyers. I want to go through those categories with you today. If we divide the groups into what is applicable to a first-time home buyer, we divide them into what is available to Canadian home buyers and breaking it down further to those specific to each province because the rules vary from province to province. So Canada in general has these rules for first-time home buyers. They categorize home buyers by the fact that they have to be at least 18 years of age. You must be a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident to qualify as a first-time home buyer. The property, the home that you bought must be in Canada. You cannot have owned a home within the last 4 years. If you're buying with a spouse or a common law partner who is not a first-time home buyer, you cannot have lived in a house that they owned within the last 4 years. So the 4-year time limit is what differentiates a first-time home buyer in Canada. For them to apply or to qualify for first-time home buyers tax credit and the RRSP home buyers plan, if they're looking for a mortgage, then these will apply. Moving on, you must have documentation verifying that you have purchased a home within Canada, and you must intend to live in that home as your primary residence within 1 year of purchase. So you cannot qualify for any of these programs or credits if you do not intend to live in the home, in the first home that you are purchasing. Moving on to Ontario, which has several different rules as they apply to not the home buying process, but whether you qualify as a first-time home buyer to take advantage of the provincial and Toronto land transfer tax rebates. So this is specific to those rebates. So again, in Ontario, in order to qualify for as a first-time home buyer, in order to take advantage of the provincial and municipal land transfer tax rebates, you must be, again, at least 18 years of age. You must be either a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident of Canada. You have to occupy the home as your primary residence within 9 months of the date of transfer, so the date of purchase or closing. You cannot have ever previously owned a home, either in part or in full, anywhere in the world. So this is a key factor that differentiates a first-time home buyer in Ontario that wants to qualify for the provincial and Toronto land transfer rebates. Okay. If you're married, your spouse cannot have ever previously owned a home, either in part or in full, anywhere in the world. So there you have it. It's relatively simple, the distinctions between a first-time home buyer in Canada and specifically in Ontario. I will have an explanation or a summary of these distinctions in my various channels. You can also reach out to me directly to ask any questions you have if you qualify as a first-time home buyer, whether you are applying for a mortgage or one of the federal or provincial programs, or whether you are considered to be a first time home buyer and want to qualify for the provincial and municipal land transfer tax rebate. That's it for this episode. Ciao, ciao.